Megan Victoria. So today, ladies and gents, we're doing a Bratz doll. I actually used to love Bratz dolls. Like, I was never into Barbies. I just wasn't at all, but Bratz, I thought they were like so rad, and I used to like cut their hair and give them like mohawks and like make them wear like guitars and like have rock bands, because they were like the edgy cool girls, which like I liked them. So anyway, I'm always told I look like a Bratz doll anyway, like when I like dress up and stuff, so I figured I would just take it to the extreme as usual, and we did this Bratz doll makeup. So we got like giant anime eyes, we got the giant lips, and then I really kind of want to do the hair. Like, I think, you know, to do a doll, like you basically just need like excessively long amounts of hair. But at the same time, I didn't want to do it like so perfectly, because like it's a doll, right? Like, did you keep your doll's hair perfect? No. It was like, oh, I haven't brushed that in like 5 hours, and I got SpaghettiOs in it, and like I never eat SpaghettiOs. I don't know what I'm saying. So anyway, I just kind of like braided it overnight and then let it out just so it's kind of like ratty. Basically super cute. I know, good explanations. And like the thing is, I really had no idea where I was going with this look. I kind of just like sat down and knew like Bratz dolls, big lips, big eyes, that's about it. And then we kind of went with this like purple theme, which I'm actually really digging. Wasn't sure halfway through, but that's like every video I do. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and let us get this tutorial started. Okay, so my skin is totally prepped, so we are just going to start with our basic foundation. We're going for a very perfect look, so I'm going to be using my Pure foundation because this stuff gives me such a flawless face. So I was like, I was gonna put it on my face, but yeah, I am. So I'm gonna grab like a fair bit of that. Okay, and once you feel like you got it with the brush, go in with the beauty blender. Oh my god, can all these emails just stop? Okay, so now we have nice flawless skin. I'm going to go and do a little color correction. So same as always, little Eve Pearl Salmon concealer. And then I really want like that chiseled good look. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia palette, and I haven't done this in a while. So we're gonna go in first with that yellow. I find these palettes a little drying, so what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of my Derma E oil to it, just like 1 or 2 drops, and it just kind of helps the cream like soften up as my whole table shakes. So I'll just apply that underneath the eyes for some really intense brightening. Go across the forehead. And then I just like to take whatever's left over, kind of just right under where the contour is going to go. So you're going to look a little crazy. If you feel a little crazy, it's a good thing. So we're just going to start blending this out. And the oil is really going to help this blend out as well. Okay, so we got some really intense brightness. Now we're going to do a little contouring. So to contour, I'm just going to take the same palette, the Anastasia. I'm going to grab a little bit more oil just because we want everything nice and smooth. A couple drops just like so. And then just mix that on here. Bratz dolls don't necessarily like have like a face shape we're trying to emulate like they do, you know, it's like round and big, so like I fit it perfectly. But the good thing about this is like you just really want like a glamour look. So that's like really our only goal in the highlighting and contouring area, is just to get like a very glamorous vibe. And their noses are bloody small, so just gonna make my nose really small, even though it's already like non-existent. Just like so. And then just to help blend that out, you can kind of just take that highlighting and go down like that. Okay, let's blend this out. Cream contouring takes forever to blend, but it looks so freaking good. I feel like that's why it gets like such a bad rap. And because I'm me, I just need to add a little bit more concealer, so I'm just going to take my NYX Cosmetics Concealer Bye Bye Undereye. Oh my god, it all just came out on the side. Do you see this? Camera focus. Look at that. Shit. That's annoying. Okay, well that's going to the side. I'm just gonna apply a little bit underneath the eyes just because this really gives us that brightening, and you know, we're being like a doll character, like you want to kind of look perfect. Just like that. Perfect. So then with that, we're going to just set everything with our RCMA no color powder. I'm just going to grab that on my sponge and set the under eyes and just basically the center of the face. So to finish bronzing up the face, I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And this smells like what dreams are made of. And I'm just going to set all the places that we contoured. And then I'll just switch to a smaller brush, grab a little bit of that, and just go down the sides of the nose. So cute. Okay, so for highlighting, what we want to do is we're going to take our Wats Up highlighter from Benefit. I just like to put this on my fingers when I apply it. And we want to kind of give our skin like that plastic look, therefore a lot of highlighter. So I'm going to apply it in the places that I usually apply it, and just like the Cindy Lou Who, we're going to apply it just on those little cheekies, because this is a doll kind of look, right? So smiley, and then tip of the nose, and the actual nose, and Cupid's bow. So just anywhere you would normally highlight. I just like this one because it gives me a nice like golden highlight, which I love. So blend that out, and then you're just gonna go basically crazy with your Anastasia kit, because need I say more? So we're gonna use the Kitty Cat shade, which is just this nice little pink one. And you're just gonna highlight all over the face. Okay, so that's pretty much the skin done. We're now going to move on to the eyes. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, first we're gonna just take whatever's left over foundation wise and use that to like prep and prime the eyes, and then we will set that with just some face powder. Simple. Okay, so when we're doing the eyes, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Hello. Okay, so we really want to create like a Bratz shape. Now their eyes really go like up and out. So what I'm gonna do is I want to start off just with a little cream color, and I'm gonna do more purpley, bluey shadows I think today. So I'm just gonna map out. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right above my crease. And looking down into a mirror will just really help you do this. And then without going down, I want to follow the line and kind of flick out. And I want to do this before I do my eyebrows because I want to get my placement down. And then we'll just do the other side. Alright, perfect. So now we're just going to blend that out and just kind of smooth in the edges of everything. And honestly, most of the time I just go back to my finger for this step because it works. Okay, so now we can go in with some shadows and we can start kind of building up a little bit of color. So the first shadow I'm gonna go into is just this little purple. Show you that little guy right there. If you have any of those like colorful eyeshadow palettes, this is the time to break them out. Looks like I'm setting that shadow. And you can use like whatever colors you want, like because this is, you know, a super like fun makeup, so whatever you want. Okay, so you know that goes nice and up and out. And then all you want to do is take our next shade, which is this little smashed one. But I'm just going to take it anyway. Love this color too, so I'm kind of sad about this. And we're just going to like build up the intensity right below. Bam. And then you can just take your original brush and blend those two. And like I said, don't worry about making it neat, it'll all come together. So now we're going to take an even smaller brush, and the next shade we're going to grab is this teal. It's kind of like the tackier the colors, the more dull perfect it is. But you can do this with like any gradation. I just think this is a very, I don't know, I just like it. So I just want to kind of like brighten it up a little bit. So I'm just going to go in with this like orangey shade. Just on my brush. I'm going to just kind of blend it out with this purple. Like, you know, just get the whole rainbow involved. Why not? I'm going to go back with that original purple. I'm just going to blend that a little bit. Get that a little bit more involved. You kind of have to find like a happy medium because you don't want to blend too much or you're going to start getting like muddy shadows. But you want to blend enough so it looks all gorgeous. So now what you want to do is take a nice small little brush and you're going to pick up probably some of that same highlight that we used on the cheeks, and we're going to put that as our brow bone highlight. So I'm going to use a little bit of the pink and a little bit of the orange. So just like pink, orange, tap tap. And we're going to apply that as our brow bone highlight. So like I said, it's like you kind of want a mixture of like pretty and tacky. If that is Rogers, it's Rogers. Screw up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your little concealer. I like this guy because he's in a little wandy tube, so he's really easy to use. And we're going to carve out our crease. And I guess like my best advice for this is you kind of just have to go for it. But you also want to wing out this side too. And just kind of blot off the excess with your finger, because that's where you're going to get the creasing, which obviously we don't want. Okay, so before we do anything, all I'm going to do is set this just with like a white eyeshadow. Just because you really want to make sure nothing runs, and like if you put a pigment straight on top, you know, like pigments are emollient, and so it can totally move the eyeshadow, which obviously we don't want. Yeah, that's my logic for the day. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this gorgeous pigment, and this one is from Inglot. It's really, really pretty, and I'm just going to spray my brush. If you have Fix Plus, that works. I'm just going to spray it with this like refreshing spray. So I can pick up some of that. And I'm just going to pop that on the lid. These pigments are super fun because obviously like they're super glittery and beautiful, but at the same time they have like really fun reflex. So this one has like a grainy reflex, which is like very fun and like doll like. Just like so. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is I want to map out my eyeliner. So to do so, I don't want to extend all the way out because that's going to like elongate the eyes, which is a good thing. However, Bratz liner goes like right up, so we're gonna kind of cheat it a little bit. I'm gonna pick a point where it's not actually the end of my eye, but I'm gonna go up to meet that little line. I'm just mapping it for now, and then we'll go and fill it in so it looks better. But it's not quite at the end of my eye, I've just cheated it a little bit. So to do this, actually, we're going to use our handy dandy NYX liquid liner because this stuff is so bomb, especially for creating like really thick dramatic wings. So I'm just going to go across. Goes like so, because Bratz liner really has like that lift to it. And then it'll kind of like taper to a point, and that's where you can kind of create your new eye shape. So we'll do the other side and we'll let that dry so I don't ruin everything that I've worked on. And it'll lift straight up just like that. And then we can just kind of clean up so the angles are all the same. Alright, we're gonna let this dry for a minute. Okay, so while liner is drying, we can move on to eyebrows. So I'm gonna break out my Anastasia pomade. This stuff scares me, but it'll be good for this look. So I'm just gonna take my blonde shade. We're gonna just start doing some brows. From what I can tell, the Bratz brows were very just like a line, and like they were just very simple. So clearly they were before the brow days where we all freaked out, but they're definitely more on the thinner side. So I'm just gonna focus more on filling in the bottom. Damn it! This is... Dios mío, madre. Okay, we're just gonna continue. We'll wait for that to dry and we'll deal with that after. Okay, so lashes are on. Now what I really did want to mention is when you pick a lash like this, like I wanted something super spiky that's, you know, gonna look like false lashes, like, you know, doll-like. So I picked this nice spiky set from Strom Lashes, which is gorgeous, and I really want to make sure they stand like straight up. Like you want them to really be like spiky and amazing. I pulled them out a little bit and I glued them on this side, like I really extended them and I glued them up. So again, that cheats the eye up. So now moving on to the lower lash line. So this is where we can have a little bit of fun and, you know, be very like doll-like, if you will. So what I'm gonna grab is my NYX Jumbo Shadow Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to basically draw on a new lash line and try and kind of extend my eye just a little bit. Like you could make this as dramatic as you wanted, but I think we're just gonna keep it like, well, I can't even say low-key, but you know, a little more chill. Okay, so again, that'll, as you can see, really give you that anime shape. Then I'm going to take that same color, and we're going to apply it to the lower lash line. Now, as we know, this is a super creamy product, so immediately we're going to go in and we're going to set it with white eyeshadow. So, I'm like running out of brushes. How crazy is that? Okay, so now to surround that, we're going to use that same shade that we started like at the very, very beginning with like, you know, creating a crease. So I'm going to apply that just underneath. Just give us kind of something for our shadows to stick to, as you know. Alright, beautiful. Next I'm just going to take my little purpley shade. I forgot that that's broken. And set that lower lash line, well, our new lower lash line. Kind of smoke that out a little bit. The more like smoky it is, the more it's really gonna actually like look like a new lash. You can kind of go color by color just to like build it up. So we'll next take that purple shade, and you can work your way up to that teal. And all you want to do is just really create that dimension underneath again. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to take another set of lashes and we are going to apply them to our lower lash line. And I probably want clear glue, actually. 1 minute. So I'm just going to take my lash and I'm going to take a little clear glue. That's an important step. I always use black glue, but if you're doing this, use clear glue. You'll thank me. Okay, so I'll just take the lash, apply it upside down, and you're just gonna stick it that actually landed quite well. I'm gonna just stick it under the eye like a Bratz doll. Okay, so while I let that dry, what I like to do is just take a little bit of my liner, and I like to create the little inner corner because it's what all dolls have. They have this like cute little corner. Try and connect your outer corner to the liner. And just to blend everything, I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that purple shadow. And then, like we said, this is a Bratz doll and it's supposed to be fun, so we're gonna take a little glitter and I'm gonna apply that all to our new lower lash line. So I just have this like silvery glitter. It's really pretty. If I can get like just a little bit. I'll just make our eyes look like they're sparkling. Now it is the lips. Okay, so this will be interesting. 'Cause we gotta really overdraw these lips because Bratz dolls have like the most insane lip. Okay, so when you're overdrawing your lips, you want to start off with a lip liner that is relatively the same color as your lips. It's gonna help make it more natural, like in overdrawing it. So I'm just gonna start with like a generic overdrawn shape, and then we'll work on like making a better shape. I'd say you just kind of want to go slowly. And obviously follow the natural curvatures of your lips. Okay. Now those are some lips, girl. So let's... You're rude. So since this is a doll, I want to have fun. So I'm using this gorgeous shade from NYX. Just gonna apply it to my lips like that. And then I can go and fill in the shape. Chloe, you wanna go shopping? I don't even know. Okay, so when you got the basic shape of your lips, you're just gonna take a little lip brush. And this is where you kind of like go and do some detail work and like, you know, make sure your lines are nice and sharp and everything's clean and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so next what I want to do is I want to set the lips with this like purple shade from my Carli Bybel palette because it has this gorgeous iridescence. Yes! And this is going to kind of act as gloss, but since we're, you know, plastic doll, they don't have gloss. But they do have shading. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up some concealer lines. And then I feel like we just need a little blush just to like bring everything together. I thought I was gonna feel cuter. I feel like an alien. So I'm gonna put the blush like right on the cheek. Right on dem apples. But I think that's our Bratz makeup.
I've been loving everything you are. Your eyes alone are the brightest stars. I could stand you all night, just drinking in your sunlight. Get me love tonight. You put all the stars in my eyes.
So there we have it, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I thought it was a super ton of fun, and you can have so much fun with the costuming because you can literally do anything. Like Bratz dolls like wore the most crazy amazing outfits, and like they're just rad as F. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave any other comments and questions down below, and I'll see you in my next video.